Hey guys, we're going to go through this week's update here. We do have a platinum equipment for Ultra Rosé, and then we do have some other things just to quickly go through as well. As you guys know, the game is currently under game-wide maintenance. It is a pretty long one. It's like 10 hours long. They didn't really say this update was going to be some massive update, so I don't really expect to get that many changes. They did put out on social media they are increasing the speed at which the app is going to be starting, which is nice. I guess we'll have to wait and see before the game goes live to check out any other changes they made. I mean, they didn't say anything else, but I imagine typically when we get these kinds of app updates, there are small things sprinkled throughout the game that are different, that are just quality of life improvements or things that have changed with the UIs or the menus. So we'll have to wait and see. But let's go through what we do know. We'll go through just some of Hydros's posts here because he has access to the game files to see what stuff is updated. Looks like we are getting a new story, which is nice, of course. This, I believe, this should be the update where they finally implement the guild versus guild mode. So they talked about this. The first time they ever brought up the guild versus guild mode, it was like 2020. It's been essentially 5 years since they first talked about the guild versus guild mode. I've said this many times, but the reveals and stuff, they didn't even used to be called, they used to be called video and stuff, that they first introduced the concept of a guild versus guild mode was the same video and stuff that they revealed these transforming yellow Super Vegito and Broly and Chilai. That's how long ago this was. So it looks like this is finally getting implemented. I actually had to leave my guild and join a different guild because the guild requirements for this is silver or higher. If your guild is not silver tier or higher, for whatever reason, it doesn't even let you contribute or participate in this mode, which to me is the biggest downfall of this mode already. Before the mode even gets implemented and we're able to test it out, I am telling you, literally with 100% certainty, this is doomed to fail because of that requirement. Do you guys understand how limiting this is? I think the tiers are what? It's iron, bronze, silver, gold, and then like godly or something like that. Those are the tiers. Iron tier is like top 5% in the world. So it goes iron and then bronze and then silver. You have to be at least silver to participate in this guild versus guild mode. I think it's probably like 1% of the amount of people playing this game are actually going to be able to participate in this mode, which is insane. It's just very stupid. I don't really understand why they designed it like this, but we'll have to at least give the mode a fair shot because it does seem pretty interesting. It does seem to resemble the Tournament of Power mode very closely, just with the UI here. I don't think it's actually going to be player versus player. It's not going to be PvP. It's going to be essentially like you place your marker on the map, and then it's like sort of like a simulated fight. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not exactly sure how it works. Here's some more menu icons and explanations, tutorials about this mode here. We have different tiles. We have exchange for guild battle items even during battle. I don't know what this means. Send messages, sure. Battle occurs when on the same panel. Okay. Yeah, it looks very like, I don't even know, Fire Emblem? That's kind of what it looks like to me. Then we have, what is this? Vote on a particular, or on a participation time, then prepare for battle. Exchange certain items to get guild battle coins. Use them to get useful guild battle items. Check the in-game news. Okay, we'll have to wait and see what this looks like. Again, don't really know. We are getting another raid, which of course is very nice. This is actually the third raid that we're going to be getting during the Legends Fest After Party January celebration here, which is pretty cool. Just more resources is always good. Here's the raid. It's against First Form Cell, which makes sense because this is sort of the wrapping up of Trunks' arc, right? Trunks, gets him, well, I guess future Gohan gets defeated by the androids, gets killed by the androids. Trunks goes back, and then at the end of the Cell saga, he goes back and takes care of First Form Cell. We are getting a new card sleeve. Who is this? This is the, I think this is the person that Ponzi talks to on the phone, like to report the status to. I think that's who this is. We got Kid Hercule here. And then, of course, we have Rosé's platinum equipment. So let's go ahead and check this out. I haven't looked at this yet. We do have the full details here, so I don't think anything should be left out. I do like to typically take a look at these in-game, but this is the same thing. So, all right, we should actually pull up Rosé as well, just to see what he's working with right now. Where is he? Right here. All right, let's take a look and see what Rosé has here. We can just kind of see what he's got in terms of damage inflicted. 120 and then 20% strike damage. And then where else is he getting damage? Here, yeah, he's got to stack up 6 times. He's also stacking up the sustained damage cut penetration, which is pretty effective. This is a total of 30%, so we're talking 30, 150, 170 strike. Okay. And then other than that, that's really it. He's just getting... Oh, he's getting damage when the enemy attack is over, and then strike arts damage. Okay. And then this is giving him some damage, but in terms of permanent damage, that's really what we're looking at here with this character. Remember, it can launch multiple ultimates, which can be pretty effective against Beast, just to get rid of his buff removal. All right, so 25% health and 50% to all base offenses and defenses. All base stats. Base strike and blast attack, base strike and blast defense. Okay, solid slot 1. Slot 2 applies the following effects itself when this character enters the battlefield. Randomly draws 1 new card. That's pretty good. Because I don't think he drew a card already. 60% damage and then minus 10 to blast arts cost. Okay. 60% is probably... Is that good enough? 180. Yeah, I mean, he's going to be like what is this? 210? 210 to all damage and then 230 to strike. Once the unique gauge is full, randomly draws 2 new cards and you have 3 or fewer cards. Okay, but the problem with the unique gauge is that it fills up like a snail. I could be comboing for... I could start a combo with Rosé, go take a shower, and the combo would still not have filled up the unique gauge. So, I mean, this is nice, but they got to increase the... I'm expecting them to increase the charge rate in slot 4. Shortens ally subcounts by 10 when an enemy activates an ultimate, awakened, or rising rush. Okay. That's good. Obviously, it has no buff removal attached to it, but that is obviously helpful against things like rising rushes and ultimates, where you have a character that maybe has like Future Gohan and Trunks, where they can just come in and eat the hit and maybe, you know, sacrifice their first life off. Yeah, but typically these days when we have characters that have second life mechanics, like Indestructible with Omega, like the Succession mechanic now if you should go on in Trunks, with a lot of endurance characters have this as well, revival characters, they almost always have built-in sub-count reduction. So this is nice, but it's not anything, I don't think, game-breaking. It's definitely going to help Rosé himself, though. It's going to help him survive. All right, slot 4. Again, I don't like this. I wish they would stop doing this. Applies buff effect, nullifies enemy special actions, active when changing cover to self for 15 counts when this character enters the battlefield. Okay, the good thing about this is it has no limits. So it's not like, oh, for only 3 times or anything like that. This is just permanently getting cover null on entry, which is obviously very, very helpful. The only way this character was able to get cover null prior to this equipment dropping was when the gauge fills up. When unique gauge is full, he gets this for 15 counts, which, again, it takes quite a bit to fill the unique gauge up. So I'm glad that he's just getting this on entries. Now, congratulations, you're now a modern character, kind of. Oh, here we go. Charges own unique gauge by 60% when this character uses an arts card, activates once. Okay. Interesting. So they're not... Okay, they've decided not to give this guy just charge rate increase. They gave him just unique gauge by a certain percentage. It fills up 60% when this character uses an arts card. You know why this is actually pretty good? The reason why this is pretty good is because the way this guy draws his ultimates is by depleting the unique gauge. Resets own unique gauge to 0 and applies the following effects to self if this character uses a strike arts when the unique gauge is full. Draws the ultimate. So I think what they're trying to do here with this character is they want you to fill the unique gauge really quickly by utilizing cover null and the fact that you're getting 60% at the start. Draw the ultimate, use the ultimate, and then just immediately get rid of Beast Gohan's buff removal. And then from that point on, you have a lot more flexibility and freedom to do things like Rising Rush and use other ultimates. That, I think, is the blueprint behind why they designed this like this. The following effects occur if own remaining health is 50% or below after being hit. Okay, so, dude, this is becoming like the new card draw speed, cover null, buff removal. Every character just has this now. 50% HP remaining, they've got some kind of disrupt. Following effects occur if own remaining health is 50% or below after being hit by an enemy's arts attack activates once. 40% healing, that's a lot. 40%. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 30 to all arts costs for 5 counts. That's only once though. So I mean, yeah, this is a pretty solid disrupt. He's not reducing enemy key, he's not destroying enemy cards, but this is actually pretty annoying. It is only for 5 counts. This is probably only going to be active for 2 cards. And of course, characters like Future Gohan and Trunks can nullify this. So I think he seems pretty decent, but I will say I think he should have been better. And this is something I'm going to be saying constantly, and the only reason why I'm saying this is because of this. If they're going to want you to go into this character's Ultra Banner, in fact, I think his Ultra Banner is coming back. Let's pull up his banner, guys. What do you think? Is his banner good? Let's see. They are telling you, because this character is not being brought back on any banner but his own banner, they are saying, guys, we want you... Let me go back to the equip here. Guys, we want you to pull 2 copies of this character to be able to even use him. If you don't have this slot active, you might as well not use the character. They're telling you to summon on this. This is the banner they're telling you to summon on. Do I need to go into further detail here? So that's why I'm saying he seems pretty solid with this equip. But guess what? He should have been better if they're telling you to pull 2 copies on him, 2 copies of him by summoning on this. You might as well be throwing your CC in the garbage. So either get rid of this or make these better. All right, we got a new PvP message. This is probably going to be in the raid shop, I would imagine. Yeah, we got this. We took a look at that. Bringing back Vegito Blue's Ultra Banner. Okay, interesting. And upcoming missions. Just new adventures, I guess. I don't know. This looks like more of the same stuff we already had. Weekend stuff. Oh, they're bringing the God Challenge back. Okay, the God Challenge is actually going to be live today. I'm not really too sure what the vision is with the God Challenge event. It's been in the game. I think this is going to be our 3rd one. So far, I don't like the way that they're doing this. I think they should adjust things with this, especially with some of the items that you need to get like the trophies for in the exchange shop. But the actual mode itself doesn't really feel that great to play, because the whole point of this mode and the whole reason behind why they even released the God Challenge mode is because it's supposed to feel like you're fighting a God rank PvP player. And I can tell you with 100% certainty, trust me, guys, this is nothing like fighting a God rank PvP. It's not even close. So I don't really get the point of this mode at all. I think that's it. So there we go. That is this week's update. Again, there is no Zenkai Awakening. There is no free-to-play character. We'll have to wait and see when the game goes live if they updated anything else with, menus, UI, quality of life stuff. But I think a lot of this week's update was probably dedicated towards not even just the Platinum equipment, but probably to the Guild versus Guild system. This has been something that they've pushed back for literally half a decade. They pushed this back. So I imagine they probably were putting some finishing touches on this mode. Definitely going to be checking this out. I am now in a different guild that, is at least silver rank. So we have the ability to participate in this, which again is probably the biggest downfall of this mode. But we'll have to wait and see. I want to give it a fair shake before I criticize it. So let me know what you guys think. New story too. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one.